Good afternoon, y'all. Today is still Wednesday, January 24th, 2024, and I am back with another episode. Hit me up, Big Ward at myyahoo.com. Questions, topics, comments. Now, I was asked, how did I decide which way I was going to go with my channel? What type of content I was going to offer, whatever. And why I'm doing a variety of content instead of focusing on one genre, whatever you call it. I know some of y'all might notice that on YouTube you got channels where they hate men, or where they talk down on men, that's the content. Or you got channels where they talk down on women, that's the content. You know, women ain't shit, or the other channel, men ain't shit. White people ain't nothing, black people ain't nothing, Democrats ain't nothing, Republicans ain't nothing, Christians ain't nothing, Muslims ain't nothing. I ain't want to do that. I want to tell the truth. Because those channels are one-sided. They're catering, pampering to, whatever you call it. Pandering to one particular group. I want to just stick to the truth. Facts. As much as I know. So, I know that it ain't like women ain't the only one with problems. I know men is the only one with problems. I ain't gonna just talk about men. I ain't gonna just talk about women. I ain't gonna just talk about white people. I ain't gonna just talk about black people. I'm gonna talk fair across the board. We all got issues. So I want to be fair and truthful in what I do. And not just pander to one group, you know. I'm trying to get the woman haters, so I'm gonna just talk shit about women. I'm gonna try to get the men haters, so I'm just gonna talk shit about men. I don't want to do that. That's fake to me. And I see through that bullshit. And I'm like, if that's what I got to do for my channel to blow up, then I won't blow up. So that's why I'm doing the way I do it. I try to be fair. So, with that being said, I got some bad news for the ladies. For the single ladies who want a relationship with a good man. I got bad news for you. I was just reading through an email, right? And there was a young lady asking, talking about, man, where are all the good men at? Why, what's wrong with me? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm feminine. I look good. I take care of myself. I'm submissive. I'm all that. I'm what a man says he's looking for. And I still can't find nobody. And I don't want to sound desperate like I'm a pick-me or something, but I'm a human being, I'm a woman, and I desire a man. I love men. I want to be with a man. I want my own man. What's wrong with me? Why I can't find one? That kind of struck a nerve with me. Kind of felt bad about it. But I got to break it down to reality. Excuse me, y'all, I'm feeling stuffy. Now, even if you are the perfect woman that God created, let's just say you God's gift to men, which women are. But in this day and time, the modern days, the modern women, the women that men complain about, you ain't nothing like that. You the perfect woman. There's still a great possibility. I'm talking about you got the best sex, best mouth, you look good, you're natural, feminine, love your man, cook, all them things that a woman's supposed to do. You still might not find a man. But why, Big Ward? What's wrong with me? Ain't nothing wrong with you, Sue. I just described you and said, you the woman men looking for. The problem is, and it's always been like this since the beginning of time, except the first man, first woman or whatever. But overall, there's always been more women than men. There's always been, if you check statistics now, there's always been in the population of the human race more women than men. And that's for the survival of the human species. Because one woman can't populate the earth by herself. One man can. one woman can, not one woman, one man can impregnate 10 women at the same time. But a woman can only be pregnant once every so many months. 9 months or however it was, she carried that term, have it, then she got to heal, then she got to go through the process of getting pregnant again, then she got to carry that. If men outnumbered women, the earth would never populate. You need more women than men to populate a species. Nature knows that. So therefore, there's always been more women than men. One man can impregnate 30 women at one time. I mean, he can't like sleep with 30 women back to back, but you know what I mean. As far as he can get this, look at Nick Cannon. He can get this woman pregnant. Tomorrow get another woman pregnant. Tomorrow get another woman pregnant. He can have 30 women pregnant around the same time. A woman can't do that. So therefore, nature designed it where there are more women than men. You don't need as many men for a species to go on. One man and 30 women can repopulate the earth. One woman and 30 men can't. Get it? Good. So with that being said, there are not enough men out here for every woman to have a man at the same time. If y'all notice, once upon a time in history, back in the day, not during our modern time, men were allowed to marry more than one woman. Some places still like that. Why do you think that is so? Because they looking out for men, hey, look at help the men, breed the men, get the men and women you want. No. It was like that because it wasn't about religion. It was about knowing that women outnumber men. There weren't enough men for all the women. So women had to share men. Thousands of years ago, up until we don't do it in America, you can't do that. But there was a reason that men were allowed to have more than one woman. Because if not, there's going to be some women left out. Because there wasn't enough men for everybody. They knew that. We done got involved in this religion shit, which is some foolishness, and it's going against nature. Religion is against nature and science and reality. It's going on some belief instead of fact. So therefore, one man, one woman, so therefore there's going to be a lot of women without a man. So y'all come up with a solution. Well, some of y'all just start dating each other. Women start dating women. And then you found out later on that don't work, because the women be hoes to each other too. They cheat on each other too. They do each other wrong too. They fight each other too, or be abusive, physically and emotionally. Same as a man. So that wasn't the solution. What's the solution? Which we ain't gonna do it. You got to share. Or if you're gonna be, and y'all, you can be all right with it. Hey, that's on y'all. I ain't tripping. I'm in a good spot. I'm a man. But you either gonna share or be by yourself, a lot of y'all. Cause some men ain't gonna cheat. So you ain't got an option anyway when it comes to them. I know y'all think all men cheat. Not true. Now you might have had every man you've been with cheated. You might need to take a look in the mirror. But all men don't cheat. All women don't cheat. All women you done been with probably cheated, but all women don't cheat. Don't all or nothing do anything. So we just need to get that out the way. So women dating each other ain't gonna work. Cause y'all do each other the same way men and women do each other. So y'all discovered that. Now the gay couples are getting divorces too. So that's the only solution. You either gonna share, some of y'all, or you might go the rest of your life single. I mean, Weigh your options. Think about it. I'm not telling y'all to share. I'm not telling y'all what you call settle. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just stating reality. It ain't enough men out here for every woman. I don't care black or white. I'm talking about being period. Ain't got to do a race. You might say, well, just date other races. Ain't got to do a race. Men, period. And then a lot of y'all are making your choices even smaller, because now, even though it already ain't enough men for everybody, then y'all want to categorize the type of man you want. He got to be this tall. Like me, I'm 6'5", 270 pounds. In decent shape. I'm not a sloppy 270. It ain't a lot of men like that. And he a solid dude. You want him to have a good job. He got to be making 6 figures. He got to be this. He got to be that. And y'all just narrow your numbers down even more. I'm not going to settle. I have standards. That's fine. But your standard most likely going to be single. That's your standard right there. So, that's about the best that I can explain it. All true, all fact. Women, y'all outnumber men. Even if you decide to get a sorry man, you still might not be able to find one of them. Because it ain't enough men to go around for every woman. Then you got to factor in the men that are gay. You got to factor in the men that are in prison. You got to factor in the men that ain't worth a damn. Then you got to factor in the men that's already with somebody. And you want a man who making buku amounts of money. Some got to give, baby. So, that's the best way I can tell you. Get it? Got it? I know you don't think it's good, but good. Bye.